Hey there, I'm Vanetta, and welcome back to Defiant Women Win, where women are inspired and empowered to win in life, purpose, faith, and love. And I am really excited about today because today is part 2 of how to get the love and everything else you want in life by simply being your full, authentic self. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 of the video, I want you to stop right now and go back and check it out. It is so good. And in that video, I share the first 5 of the top 10 things you must be intentional about in order to get the love and everything else you want in life. So if you haven't watched it, stop, go back, watch it, and then come back to this video. I promise you, you don't want to miss that video. Now, if you have seen part 1, welcome back, and we're going to jump into the list. But before I do, I want to say that there is too much that we desire and deserve for us to be playing around. We have to get serious. We have to get intentional about what we really want, and that is the purpose of this video series. Now, I made it very clear in part 1 that everything you want in life begins with you. It begins with how you see yourself and who you believe yourself to be. And being intentional about seeing yourself through the right lens is key to getting everything you want. Listen, God already told us that we can have the desires of our hearts. Our desires are in reach, but sometimes we have to be a little more intentional about navigating our way to them so we can attain them. So let's jump into this list so we can hear the last 5 of the things we need to be intentional about in order to get everything that we desire and that we deserve in life. Now, the first thing on this week's list that you must be intentional about in order to get the love and everything else you want is being vulnerable. You have to be vulnerable enough to be intentional about allowing the world to really see you. That means we show up in the world naked and unashamed. And I'm not talking about unclothed naked, of course, but I'm talking about not dressed in pretense and fakeness. I'm talking about being secure enough in who you are to show up and allow yourself to be fully seen and knowing that you are enough just as you are. This is really how you stop chasing what you want and start attracting that which you truly desire. And on top of that, another gift and benefit of being vulnerable means it ensures that you don't rob the world of your unique brilliance. See, I believe that we are all created to reflect a unique expression of the divine. And I can express how you were created to reflect the divine, and you can't express how I was created to reflect it. And we rob this world of our unique divine reflection when we aren't able to be vulnerable enough to allow ourselves to be truly and fully seen. Now, yes, vulnerability requires courage. And this is because the real vulnerable you can be rejected. But this is why I say in part 1 of this video series that you have to be radically self-accepting. See, when you fully accept all the things about you that make you you, and you are vulnerable enough to show up in this world as your full self, it won't matter that others don't accept you, because you accept you. See, the key to getting the love and everything else you want in life is being comfortable enough in your own skin. It's being fully accepting, and it's being vulnerable enough to show the world that this is me, this is who I am, take it or leave it, I like it, and I'm moving forth with it. And that's how you become your full, authentic self and attract the things that are meant to be added to your life. So be vulnerable. Let the world see you. Let us see your unique brilliance. And I guarantee that you will find yourself attracting all the things that you desire, the love you desire, the opportunities that you desire, the things that are meant for your life will show up when you are vulnerable. Now, the next thing you have to be intentional about doing to get the love and everything else you want in life is being open. Listen, eliminating rigidity from your life is huge to getting everything you want. When you become more open and less rigid about the things that make you happy in life and about who can add to your happiness, because no one can make you happy. Happiness is an inside job. It comes from within. But when you are less rigid about what can add to that happiness, you expand opportunities for yourself. So often we deny ourselves things that can really be a blessing to our lives because they're unfamiliar to us, or we're not used to them, or because we've never done it before. But you are missing out when you do this. And in all transparency, I used to miss out all the time until I opened myself to the new and unfamiliar. Now, opening yourself to what's new and unfamiliar may look very different for you than it did for me. Maybe for you, it looks like dating a different kind of person than you normally would date, or being open to a new career field, or doing a solo travel rather than a travel with all your friends. I don't know what it will look like for you, and neither will you until you open yourself enough to try something new. Sometimes you just have to try new experiences and not close yourself off. It is a good thing to free yourself and give yourself permission to move outside of your norms and your comfort zone. Because really ain't nothing in your comfort zone but stuff that doesn't really excite you anyway. So be intentional about not being so rigid, because something you really want, something you really desire can be packaged in something very unfamiliar, and you don't want to miss out. So be intentional about being open. Now, the next thing you must be intentional about to get the love and everything else you want in life is being intentional about investing in yourself. Investing in yourself means saying yes to all the things that add value to your life. Whether it's a class or a self-help book or cryptocurrency or stock options. If it's something that adds value to you, do it, because getting what you want requires you to invest in you. But please don't limit investing in yourself to financial and learning assets. Sometimes you have to invest in the care of yourself. So take the trip. Learn to meditate, buy the bag, the shoes, or do whatever you need to do that contributes to you loving yourself limitlessly, because it is all an investment in you. And as an added bonus, investing in yourself teaches others about how you value you. And it sets a standard for how others must treat you and value you. So make sure you are showing everyone around you that you are worth the investment by investing in yourself. And this is something you must be intentional about doing. Now, the next thing you must be intentional about doing to make sure you're getting what you want in life, the love and everything else, is to trust your internal spiritual wisdom. And by this, I do mean your intuition and your instincts. Listen, our intuition and our instincts are a part of our internal spiritual wisdom that was divinely hardwired in us to help us navigate ourselves to that which is right and fitting for us, and away from that which is not. And the reason you have to be intentional about doing this is because women are conditioned to not trust our hardwiring. Women are often told we are too emotional to trust our internal wisdom. But don't you dare listen to that, because getting the love and everything else you want in life requires you to be internally in tune with yourself. It requires you to listen deeply within yourself. And it requires you to trust your internal voice over all external voices. And if you don't learn to do this, if you don't trust your internal wisdom, you will never get out of life what you want. You will always end up with what others want for you. One of my favorite quotes is by Dr. Howard Thurman, and he says that if you don't follow the sound of the genuine in you, you will all your life spend your days on the ends of strings that other people pull. And if you don't want other people pulling your strings, you must be in tune and listen deeply within to hear your own voice, hear God's voice, and hear the spirit, the authentic spirit that lives inside of you. This is the only way to get the love and everything else you want in life. And last but not least, the final thing that you have to be intentional about in order to get the love and everything else you want in life is to find and fulfill your purpose. Listen, all the things you truly desire in life are on your path to purpose. And if you are truly intentional about finding and fulfilling your purpose, you can really have the desires of your heart, because your purpose and your desires are really a match made in heaven. They are really ultimate soulmates, your purpose and your desires. They are connected, and nothing will make you feel more fulfilled and satisfied in life. Nothing will make you feel like you really don't want for anything like finding and fulfilling the thing that you were created to do. When you find and fulfill your purpose, that means you are exactly where you're supposed to be, which means you are perfectly aligned to cross paths with people and opportunities that are suited, uniquely suited just for you. Listen, I love me some India Ari, and she has this line in one of her songs that says, we can either live or we can truly be alive. And to truly be alive means you are experiencing abundance and fulfillment. And these can only come from purpose. And you must be intentional about finding and fulfilling purpose, because it is not easy to do. If it were easy, everybody would be fulfilling and living out their purpose, and the world would look much different. But that's not the case. So you must be intentional about finding and fulfilling your purpose. Listen, in life, there are a lot of things that distract us from purpose. And one of the main things that distract people from purpose is hooking up in the wrong intimate partner relationship. And listen, I have a video that talks all about that called Love and Purpose. I'll link it below so you can watch it. But I'm telling you, hooking up in the wrong intimate partner relationship is just one of the things that will keep you from purpose. And if you want to find and fulfill purpose, which will lead you to a life that you love, a fulfilling, abundant, satisfying life where you get the love and everything else you want, you must be intentional about finding and fulfilling your purpose. Listen, the key to getting the love and everything else you want in life is figuring out your why. Why are you on this planet? And when you figure out your why, which is really figuring out your purpose, it will lead you to the deepest desires of your heart. Okay, that is the entire list of the 10 things you must be intentional about to get the love and everything else you want in life. And if you are intentional about doing these 10 things, I guarantee your life will be much more fuller, much more happier. You will find yourself having the things that you love and deserve and desire in life, because you're simply being your full, authentic self. Because that's what this list was about. You being the best version of yourself. You being your full, authentic self. That's the goal in life, to attracting, not chasing, everything you want. And I would love to hear if anything on this list resonated with you. I would love to know if you need to be more intentional about being vulnerable, being open, investing in yourself, trusting your internal spiritual wisdom, and finding and fulfilling your purpose. Do you need to be more intentional about these things? If you do, I would love to hear all about it. So leave me a comment below. And if you've enjoyed this message, hit the subscribe button, because I would love for you to be a part of the Defiant Women Win community. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit the notification button as well, so you will know when the next video drops. Lastly, do me a favor and share this video and this channel with another woman who you believe can benefit from being a defiant woman who is intentional about winning. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I will see you all next time.